Hello, I'm here top of Church Street, Primark, Bold Street End on very busy, noisy Monday afternoon. There's a busker in front of me, I think he's just starting off, God bless him. So bear with me. You see, ask yourself this. When you walk out the front door, is the cultural change? When you get on the bus, is the cultural change? You go to school, is cultural change? Supermarket, convenience store, barbers, coming to our Cherry City Centre, cultural change. There's cultural change everywhere. No one can say Joe Owens is making it up, right? Everyone knows I'm not making it up. It's real and present, right? And if it's not stopped, as I've said, long term, it poses a threat to our unique Scouse character, traditions and cultural identity. It's not me making this up. That's the end result. You, Ian Bain, you know that, given you've watched Liverpool play at Wembley Stadium the past 30 plus years. You have watched the town of Wembley and the borough of Brent change, culturally change more and more each time you visited that part of London. Yeah, you see the same transformation underway here in our glorious city and remain silent. It's breathtaking, sir. You need now to deal with this, right? Same with you, Dan Carden, same with you, Paula Barker, same with you, Kim Johnson, same with you, Ian Robinson, head of Liverpool City Council. There again, it's a bit late for you now to deal with it in Kensington, Ian Robinson. Kensington's now finished, right, because of you and the other councillors and whatever. Right, so, as I say, cultural change, schools, barbers, taxis, it's everywhere. So it's not Joe Owens making this up. Everyone knows it's not Joe Owens making it up. It's real and present, and like I've said, if it's not stopped long term, it poses a threat to our unique Scouse character, traditions and cultural identity, right? It poses a threat, like what's happened to other towns and cities, right, across the country. They were culturally changed where there is no change in those places back. They have lost their unique character, status and identity, gone forever. We can't allow this to happen here in our glorious city. So everyone knows what Joe Owens is saying is the truth. Okay, Augustus? Okay, sir? Oh, thanks a good fella. Just making a video. I'll talk to you in a minute, sir. You give me a leaflet the other day. Okay, sir. Right? Lovely man. Christian guy. Right? Like I say, Joe Owens, I haven't got a problem with anyone on an individual basis. Too many new arrivals are going to change our city into a different place. I haven't got a problem with individual new arrivals or not so new, right? Too many that are coming into our city, especially the culture that doesn't want to assimilate, wants to dominate, right? They most certainly pose a threat to our city's long-term status as a Scouse city. Of course they do. Look what's happened to all these other places. They've been changed beyond belief. You go down, don't have to, just Google them and have a look on YouTube, you'll see. So, we can't allow this to happen here in our glorious city. We just can't. It's not me having a go at anyone. Far from it, right? Far from it. Joe Owens is I'm a sociable guy. I respect everyone. But that's not what this is about. And even if all the new arrivals, you get migrants blamed for this crime and that crime, and in some cases it's certainly true, that's irrelevant. If they came in the country where all law-abiding citizens, it wouldn't matter. There's a cultural change underway, right? And if that change is not stopped, then like I've said, long term, this is going to be disastrous for our city, right? Without a doubt, it will be disastrous. So therefore, that's why we must oppose further cultural change. Like I previously just said, when you come out your front door, cultural change, yeah? Go to school, cultural change. Taxi, cultural change. Everywhere you go now in the city, cultural change. Yeah, you're onto that. Of course you're all onto it. Everyone knows what's happening, right? 85% of those who are coming into our city are not assimilable, and they'll never integrate because they don't want to. So that's disastrous straight away. Then you've got others, different nationalities that don't get on with other ones, have got nothing in common with one another. Just let that van get through. So the whole package together is disastrous for our city, right? It cannot not be anything other than that, ladies and gentlemen, right? It just can't be. You know what's happening. Everyone knows what's happening, right? So that's why I say, come election time, you've got to vote them out. You see, you can have a march in London, but it doesn't matter how many's on it. What's happened since that march? Nothing can happen. You've got to vote them out. You've got an election time. You have to vote them out. You have to find a candidate, reliable, credible, opposed to further cultural change, and vote them out. That's what has to be done. There is no other way to do this, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting busy now, bear with me. There is no other way to do this. You can have a petition, you can have a march, have a demo, do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You've got to vote them out. And listen, they can be voted out because we're the ones with the power. We vote, right? We vote them in, we vote them out. They haven't got the power, they just stand. Remember, we've got the power. And that's what we need to start exercising it, ladies and gentlemen, right? Because if we don't, we leave this too long, there will come a time when there's a tipping point and there's no turning things back. We're finished. We'll go like London, Leicester, Birmingham, and many other places across the country. And like I've said before, it doesn't matter if the most loveliest, law-abiding people in the world. There's a cultural change that comes with it. That's the problem, right? The problem is there is a cultural change that will come with it if we don't stop it. It's happening now. Like I've said, you go to a supermarket, convenience store, barber, taxi, or Cherish City Centre. Take your children to school. The list is endless. There's cultural change. You can see what is happening to our city. It is being changed. These politicians, they're not going to do anything to oppose what is happening. They're just going to remain silent. Ian Byrne, he'll let our city go the way the town of Wembley went, and many other towns and boroughs across London. He doesn't care. He cares about career. Well, if he cared, he'd have something to say about it, and he hasn't. He's remaining silent, right? That's what is happening. He's remaining silent because there's nothing he can say. He either speaks the truth or he remains silent, and he's remaining silent. Getting really busy now, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Joe Owens has made his point. I may do another video later, we shall see. Remember, say no to cultural change. Yes to Scouse pride. Shout it out loud, Scouts and proud. Okay, thank you.